Dude, that's a red band right there. That's how you want them to look. Good morning, fisher folk. We are on the Deschutes. It is like December, the middle, like 12th or 13th or something. And this is probably gonna be the last time I'm out here again until the spring. It's not really worth it to me once the winter really sets in to spend the gas money to get all the way out here to catch just a couple fish at most. So the challenge today is to catch any at all, really, which is fun because I've been fishing the Deschutes for 3 years, and somebody mentioned at one point that they thought they'd never gotten skunked on the Deschutes, and I was like, well, I've only been out 5 times, and I know I've never been skunked, so I've been keeping track. 3 years, never been skunked. So, pretty cold out here. Maybe it'll turn out that it's awesome, and this won't be a challenge at all, but we're putting that perfect record on the line today, I think. So, wish me luck. Let's get after it. Well, we're getting the skunk off. That's a relief. The little ones are always the easiest to catch. For those of you who don't fish or don't know, pretty much always the easiest one to catch. They're the hungriest. They gotta grow the most. And bigger fish eat bigger meals and take longer to digest. They just are slower metabolisms. If y'all don't know the smell of freshly rained on sage, you're really missing out. Woo! Second fish on the small nymph. Maybe we're gonna have a better day than I thought. Woo-wee! It's a good one. I like it. I bet it dies off pretty good after the morning, but that's why I felt like I was gonna pass out on the whole drive up here. So, man, this fish is in really good shape. And that's what I like. I'd rather catch a 12-inch bodybuilder like this than a 15-inch snake. Sick. And I know I've talked about it before, but that's how you hold a fish right there. You never want to wrap your fingers all the way around them. You want to hold them nice and gentle. Just cradle them like that. If you do ever wrap your fingers around them and then you try and squirm, and then they squirm, it's really hard to resist that instinct to squeeze them. And if you squeeze a trout, they're relatively delicate. Their organs can't take it, and especially you can bust up their heart. And just for those of you who don't know, who don't fish or just don't know, you also always need to get your hands wet before you handle a trout. So they've got a layer of protective slime on them that keeps them safe from bacterial and fungal infections, especially fungal infections. Sometimes you can see a mishandled trout with like a white fungus spot on them. There we go. Pretty small. Sometimes when they really zip around like that, they end up being pretty small. Nice. Look at the chin sticking out on him. He's got like the chin of a big fish. What a cast, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, according to the YouTube analytics, mostly gentle sirs. But I'm all about inclusivity, so hopefully that'll change. So right now, I don't know if this will show up, if there's enough detail on the GoPro, but we're looking at one of my favorite like features to fish. It's subtle, but like if you're to get down low to the water, you can actually see the angle that it's descending at. So you see it's sharper here, and then there's, I don't know, like a 3-4 yard and 1.5 yard wide spot right here where it gets right where I'm pointing with the tip of my rod, where it gets flatter and slower. And I love a spot that gets just a little flatter and slower in some relatively fast water. The fish will just hang out in that. That's awesome feeding water, and in my opinion, that's prime big fish water. Not that I'm gonna catch anything right here, because it would never go that smoothly for me. Sometimes it does, but you know, just to point out the feature. I feel like a lot of people don't notice that. A lot of fishermen are just passing that stuff by, and that's some of the best stuff. So guys, I always talk about covering water and just keeping on moving to get on your fish. And this is what I mean. I don't know if you guys can see, but that's my car way down there. It's pretty much as far down as you can see road. And I fished from a few hundred yards further down all the way to here, about an hour and a half, hour 15, hour and a half. So that's the kind of pace I'm talking. That's how you find fish. We'll see if this fish makes the video, but here he is. So today I've been running rib roast, good size stone fly nymph, and I call this fly the stick. It's just an olive quildagon that I tie. Nothing original. And so far everything has come on the stick. So might take the rib roast off and size down. I like having a nice heavy fly like that just to get my flies down fast, but even my small flies tend to be like 3.8 mil beads. So I've just gotten used to, after all summer and spring, fishing that jig leech and or this stone fly. That might have been a fish, but probably not. So having all that weight on there gives you more control. Just requires less finesse, you know, and lets you be a little lazier. There we go. That's one we like. Woo! Little turn of speed there. Okay, here we go. Nice. Another one for the stick. I think it's time to change flies. Take the big fly off. This one's real pretty. And here's another trick. I like to, when you're holding them, I like to get my fingers between those pectoral fins like that. Just gives you a little bit easier time bracing them without having to hold them hard. Oh, that was a good one. Damn. Still on the stick. So I swapped out from the big stonefly nymph, kept on the olive quildagon, the stick, and I put on my orange fly. I've seen people call this a fire starter, igniter, butano. I call it the carrot, so that I can fish these two together and call them the carrot and the stick. Or the stick and the carrot. So I got a tying video out on this one, and I certainly would not claim to have invented a fly here. It's, at the end of the day, it's a thin orange Euro nymph, but it does have my special sauce in it, so go check it out if you're curious. There we go. I think this is going to be a whitefish. Yeah. Oh, we take that. Finally a a fish for not the stick, the carrot. A solid whitefish. He's chilling for me. We're off. Oh, and he splashed my camera. It's a little revenge. Little trout. God damn. There we go. Getting my rod stuck in the trees above me. There's that. Whitefish. Honestly, pretty big one. I mean, nothing huge, but nice. Whoa, someone took a bite out of him. Look at the tail wound on this guy. Just shy of 15 inches. Pretty cool. Man, kind of seems like everyone's eating today. I was worried it was going to be pretty slow. We'll see how it is as the day unfolds, but it's been good so far. It's been excellent so far, really. Hey folks, so I'm gonna level with you guys. I'm feeling kind of bad today. Yesterday we went out for a birthday dinner for my friend and had Peking duck and a bunch of other rich stuff, so I'm just feeling kind of ill and exhausted from not sleeping very much last night, getting up super early, and then the real thing is that I smoke way too much weed, so not smoking any for December, and it's not horrible, but I'm just feeling, you know, reasonably depressed. A reasonable amount of depression, so I don't know how long we'll end up fishing today. It's fun, but I'm just kind of feeling rough. So yeah, you know, I just want to make this channel a little more interesting than just fishing. I feel like I have more to offer than that, so that's where I'm at. And we're not done yet though, so hopefully we'll see a few more fish. There we go. Wow. Whoa, a lot of strength from that little guy. I was about to say, on my first pass through there, I hadn't gone deep enough. This is a spot where there's quite a bit of current. So the fish are hanging real down, and it's relatively deep. So the fish are gonna be down on those rocks to keep out of the current, and you kind of got to get down to them because they're not going to want to come up too far into heavy water like this. And there we are. I don't know if they die because it's the winter or something and detach. I guess the river's running kind of high right now. There's a lot of weeds just kind of floating down today. Man, that wind is cold. It's not too cold out here, but when the wind kicks up and you get, it's not exactly raining or even sprinkling, but just the fog. When those things are kicked up, I'm like, oh, it's kind of chilly. It's like, there we go. Oh, little guy. Another one for the stick. It's kind of like, I have no idea what I was saying. It's like low 40s today. Maybe that's what I was saying. There we go. It's a little bit bigger one. He looks awesome. Yet another for the stick. That is the ticket today. Can't beat an olive quildagon sometimes. That's just fundamentally some food they eat. Little one. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling not exactly better, but rejuvenated since talking about how I was feeling on camera there. Or something. It's just more honest. I don't have to pretend. I'm like, if I was hanging out with friends or like out here with a friend, I'd be telling them how I was feeling, and I kind of want that to be the vibe for the channel, so why shouldn't I tell you guys how I'm feeling? This is going to be an emotionally available fishing channel. So I'm challenging myself to stay up above White River today. A lot of my favorite water is down below it, but I've been feeling like I catch bigger fish up here. And also the last few times I've been down there, I feel like I haven't done that well, except for fishing like right near where the salmon are. So yeah, I'm just gonna challenge myself and stay up here today. So I'm fishing some new water, a lot of water that I would normally skip. And here's why I would skip it. Look at all this big flat sheets of rock here. I don't like that shelf rock stuff because it's not enough cover for the fish to be down in. There's nowhere for the food, for the bugs to live. But I don't know for sure that it's shelf rock out there because it's underwater. So, you know, I'm gonna give it a fair shake. And the fishing seems to be honestly pretty dynamite today, so it's a good day to explore. So let's give it a go. So when I'm fishing new water like this, especially stuff that I don't have much confidence in, that's when it really gets to be moving and fishing time, like really staying on the move, keeping up the pace. So this water is simple, it's fairly bland out here, it's pretty just uniform looking from above. So I'm just gonna, and it's easy walking too, so you can just cast and step continuously pretty much, and then you'll cover the water fast. And likely if there's fish there, you're gonna find them. And if you find them, maybe slow down a little, but otherwise you're making the best use of your time by staying on the move. Moo! Yeah, it was like a half dozen of them looked up at me. It's always kind of fun. Well, that was a bust, which is about what I expected, but it's part of the game. So, worth it. All right, guys, check this out. That one, and that one. That's as fresh as it gets. I don't know, I very rarely see beavers out here, and I don't know, I like never see a lodge, or at least I don't recognize them, but obviously they're around. That's some big chewing. Beavers are pretty cool. They need to chew just for its own sake, because it sharpens their teeth. So their teeth are differentially hard, like the front is harder than the back. So the back wears down faster when they chew, which keeps it, you know, a nice sharp point. So they gotta chew. Cheeky little one. Okay, first fish I've caught today in water that I haven't ever fished before, so that's pleasing. That's what we like. Still not really sold on this spot, but because it doesn't really look that good. This kind of looks like C tier water to me, maybe. Like small fish tier water. But that doesn't mean it's not worth giving it a go. Another one. Huh? I mean, it's still fishing good. I was kind of thinking maybe it had died off, but two fish back to back, even if they're small. Whoop! Oh, there we go. A much better fish. Whitefish? No, that's an awesome trout, man. Oh, yeah! Woo! We're lifting the depression, baby, with this one. Damn, dude. This one's fabulous. Let me get some Instagram content on this one. Dude, that's a red band right there. That's how you want them to look. Damn, look at that thing. $14, $15, a little over 15. Dude, so cool. Sick. And that's exploring new water paying off. That's why you do it. Just got skunked in a bunch of new spots, but that was sick. That was a treat. This one's now on the mental list of return spots. And there's another one. The stick is crushing today. Hold still, buddy. There we go. Quick little look. Back in the water. Twitchy now. Whoa, that was weird. Damn. Just thrashing the water now. Over and over. There we go. Oh, that's a big fish. Nice, dude. Oh! Woo-wee! This one's strong. Stronger than that last one. Even though he's smaller. Stronger than that last big one, I mean. Wow, this one's working me. Come here. There we go. There we go. Dude, this is this is just crazy good fishing. For mid-December, this is, I just hit the day, I guess. Look at that. Look at that. 12 inches. Wow, this fly is holding up really well for a quill fly too. I really lacquer them up good, but quill is still pretty fragile. I don't know how many fish it's had today. Quite a few, like almost all of them. So it's doing awesome. The stick strikes again. We're smoking them today. Kind of wish I'd kept count, because this would be record-setting December day. Woo. The fish are in all the water today. They're just eating. It's like they're finally, all fall, I was waiting for them to be like,
I feel like there's always like a month maybe, or at least a few weeks before winter sets in, where it's like feast time and you can really crush in the fall, and it just never happened. And now maybe it's happening. Wow, what a treat. I really thought that was going to be a rock when I set the hook, to be honest. This tree above me is absolutely chock full of birds. I don't know if you guys can see that. Look at them all. I mean, directly overhead. Who are you little guys? Not too scared of me. They're feasting on these alder cones. Oh, they're really pretty. That's awesome. Okay, y'all remember how I said earlier that I can never see where exactly the beavers live? I bet this is a lodge right here. They make their entrances underwater, so maybe like up under this, and that looks like a hole right there. I don't really know how far back that goes, but that seems plausible. It's a lot of sticks for one spot, especially one where the current is pushing out and away instead of into it. All right, guys, it's time to head home. I'm feeling a lot better than I was earlier. You know, that malaise is still around. I'll be working through that for a bit, I think, for a few weeks. But now I'm feeling pretty good, and it certainly doesn't hurt that was an incredible day of fishing. For mid-December, I think that was pretty much as good as you could hope for. The only thing that would have made it better is if we had also caught a truly massive fish. But we even got some big ones. Got a 15, just, you know, no 18, 19s. So, hey, that's always a long shot. So yeah, that was a really incredible day of fishing, and I had a lot of fun out here, and now I'm gonna go home and take care of myself and get ready for work tomorrow. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Do me a favor, like and especially subscribe, because if I can get to 500 subscribers, I can monetize, and that would be pretty cool. And yeah, I'll be looking forward to when I can get out again later this week. See you guys in the next one.